All right, everybody, welcome back to the Lions Pit Podcast. I am your host, Nick Gomez. With me today is the one and only Eli Halpern. How are you, buddy?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here, man. I've known of you and known you for a little while. You always seem like such an interesting dude. It seems like you got a lot going on.
Yeah, we've been acquaintance adjacent for many years now.
Yeah. From the On It days and 10th Planet and the mix and matching there. So yeah, it's always been I'm like, guy looks interesting. Looks like he has something to say.
Yeah, a lot actually.
Yeah, and that's why I got you on here. I want to get into a couple of different things with you. But let's first of all kind of go over like your background and how you got into doing what you're doing now. Because I know, really all I know is that you do is a little bit of stand-up comedy, and then I've also been told recently that you're a Bitcoin guy.
Yeah. Those are the two of many things.
All right.
I also have 4 or 5 albums on Spotify.
Let's go.
I just started a church. I have several businesses, one of them involving insect protein.
Oh, that's right.
I have, I do martial arts.
Yes.
I'm probably forgetting stuff too. I do a lot.
Yeah, it's good, man. A man of many trades. It's pretty solid. What's your favorite martial art to do?
Boxing or Muay Thai, probably.
Yeah.
MMA if I'm not going against someone way bigger than me.
I feel like there's probably not a lot of guys way bigger than you.
Well, if I'm not going against Wyatt, then I...
Okay, well, yeah, that's fair. Wyatt's a big fella. Yeah, he's fun. I've moved around with Wyatt a little bit. Not full MMA. I only do striking. I don't mess around on the ground.
Dude, I hate the ground. I have a competition tonight in jiu-jitsu at the gym.
You're doing some Thursday night jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
What belt are you?
I'm blue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm so bad at it that I have to keep trying. And I keep saying I'm getting close to my limit where I'm just going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to stop this and just focus on what I'm better at, which is striking.
Yeah.
But I got to push it a little more.
Yeah. I get that. I love jujitsu. I just physically can't handle it like frequently enough to where I can get better. I'll do like 2 or 3 classes a week. And then my shoulder, I played baseball my whole life, played college baseball. So I'll do like 2 or 3 classes a week. And then my shoulders are just shot for like a month. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll take some time off and then come back to it. And it's like, I'm always starting like back at fucking ground zero. So I love striking. I've been doing Muay Thai for 7 or 8 years now. Had a couple fights. Good chance I'm gonna have one soon. Coming up in hopefully January here in Austin.
Nice.
For Coalition Muay Thai. Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. Already talked to the fight promoters. Talked to a couple guys with the company itself. So and there's a good chance that's gonna happen.
Yeah. When I do a lot of jujitsu, I feel like my joints become rusty hinges.
Yeah.
Versus when I do a lot of striking, I feel lubricated.
It's good to be lubricated. Yeah. So you moved here from California? Are you originally from California?
Yeah. I lived pretty much my whole life in Southern California.
That's a bummer.
It was great, actually.
Yeah, I'm
I
from
didn't
LA.
realize that it wasn't great until I moved here.
Yeah.
My whole life, I was like, I live in California. This is the best. Every other state sucks. I moved to Austin within a week. I was like, fuck California. What? This is how people are? Like, this is great.
Yeah. California is rough, man. Well, not rough. It is beautiful. Weather's really, really nice. Especially you said you were Orange County?
Orange County, yeah.
Orange County?
Irvine, which is like
Irvine,
not the coastline, the OC type of Orange County. It's the like everyone's Korean and there's no crime.
Great barbecue.
Which is there's nothing to do there. Like my life didn't really start until I was 18. Like nothing happened for until I became an adult.
And then what happened at 18?
I went to college in Santa Barbara. I started drinking and then stories were just pouring in.
Yeah.
And then I had to like get a grip.
Yeah. Tends to happen, especially
that started happening at about 24. And by 26, I kind of got everything under control.
Oh, nice. And how old are you when you moved out here?
26, 27.
Okay, so you've been out here for a few years now?
Yeah, 5 years.
Nice. You made the mass exodus in 2020 like a lot of people?
I got here right before Rogan.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so he followed you.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he followed you.
Well, I was in the... I was in Los Angeles during the pandemic and everything was shut down. And I think I was on acid at the time. And they were like, two weeks to flatten the curve. We're just going to close everything for a couple weeks and then everything will be fine. And I saw right through that shit. I'm like, everything has changed. They're going to start turning hospitals into morgues and assassinating their own citizens. I went a little overboard.
Yeah.
But, looking back, you could say I was right about everything. And meanwhile, I'm following 10th Planet ATX on Instagram, and they're just doing classes every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here. I was 8 months into jiu-jitsu at this point, and I couldn't train. I was addicted. I was training like 3 times a day sometimes. And I couldn't. So I saw 10th Planet was open. I'm like, okay, I want to go to Austin for that reason. I can afford a house there. I could put a drum set in my house. I could put a music studio in my house. I could get a Tesla that drives itself. I hate driving. I don't like cars.
Yeah.
So I had all these reasons to move to Austin. And then Rogan said he's going to open a comedy club here. And I'm like, oh, I could get in at the ground floor at that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I pretty much, I moved here in 2020 and just lined up all those ducks and pretty much crossed them all out.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, similar. Albuquerque was super shut down during COVID, and the whole like 2 weeks to flatten the curve. The moment I knew, or I started to like dig deeper, and I was like, "What the hell is really going on?" Was when you could pay more and get your results quicker. I was like, if this is truly like the epidemic that it's claiming to be, I'm like, you should be able to get your results as soon as you get them. Like, it shouldn't be like, well, if you pay more, you can get them a couple days quicker. I'm like, well, I can't afford to get mine a couple days quicker. So what the hell am I supposed to do? Just wait around and die? So that's when I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then came out here November of 2020 to visit my little sister. She was in New Braunfels, and because Albuquerque was still very much shut down. And she took me to Zilker Park, and there's like thousands of people out just playing soccer and football and frisbee and all this shit. And I'm like, is this America? Like, I felt like a Russian visiting the US. I'm like, what? This is freedom. I was like, what is going on out here? Like, people are out and about. Because New Mexico, even up into November, if you were walking your dog or checking your mail, you had to wear a mask. Like, if you were outside, you had to wear a mask. If you're on a public golf course, you had to wear a mask. If you're on a private course, you didn't have to. But if you're on a public golf course, you had to wear a mask. And then, so coming out here and like seeing everybody, I was like, what the hell? And then I had connections to On It because the gym I was working at was co-owned by Cowboy Cerrone. So I'd come out and do like certifications, and I was like, well, why don't I just live out here? And then, yeah, finally made that jump in December of 2020. I'm coming up on, it'll be 5 years, like December 20th, I think, for me.
Yeah, it's all about freedom.
Yeah.
That's what my whole life is about. I want to go where I can be the most free.
Yeah. And Texas is at the top of that list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was kind of saying off camera, a good friend of mine, Alex, was telling me to tell you that I should get orange pilled. And I had no idea what the hell that means. He's like, yeah, just tell him to orange pill you. I'm like, well, I've heard like the Matrix, blue pill, red pill. I was like, what the hell is the orange pill? So let me have it.
So he's referring to convincing you why Bitcoin is a good idea.
Yeah, he says it's the greatest invention of our time, of our lifetimes.
So I usually don't talk about Bitcoin because a lot of people have opinions that are wrong and I don't want to argue. It's like, I've made millions of dollars. I don't need your opinion. I know that it works. It's like, and you can look at a chart and see that it's been going up.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to disarm any listeners from being like, oh, is this guy going to talk about fucking Bitcoin again?
Yeah.
Because I think people are not really into hearing about it, or they're really interested in hearing about it, but they don't want to make any moves.
Yeah.
And I mean, Bitcoin's really interesting because it was just created by a mysterious figure named Satoshi Nakamoto, who nobody knows who it is. A lot of people think it was someone in the NSA or CIA, which I think is possible, but I don't think that negates the technology because it's open source. A computer engineer can go through the code. It's been around long enough. Any holes or exploits in it would have become visible by now. So while they may have created it, you know, you got to separate the artist from the art sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. The CIA controls everything, man. It's like we're still doing cocaine sometimes, or maybe we're not, but people we know do cocaine. That was the CIA, right?
Yeah.
Like they're behind everything. So I want to put a halt in that argument. I want to go through objections before I get into why it's good. And then a lot of people don't understand the technology. They're like, well, why would I invest in something I don't understand?
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you have stocks? Like, yeah, what do you got? Apple, Palantir, Amazon. Do you understand how an iPhone works? You understand how Palantir technology? You don't understand any of this shit. Needing to understand it isn't really necessary. Do you understand how a car works? No, it works though.
Yeah.
It has built trust. Your Chevy and the Chevys before it have a historical evidence of working. So, and you need it to get to your job or whatever. So it's imperative. It has a function.
Mm-hmm.
And Bitcoin's function is money. It's new money. It's more than money though. It's not easily transacted as an exchange for goods or services, because if you really understand Bitcoin, you don't want to just be spending it. It's more of like when people tell me they're in real estate and ask what I do, I say I'm in fake estate. It's like digital real estate to an extent. It's digital property. It's a lot of things, man. It's a beautiful marriage of computer science, engineering, and economics. And it's based on the deflationary principles of being finite. There's only 21 million Bitcoin that can ever exist. Whereas the closest we have to that is gold, but they're finding new gold deposits more and more.
Yeah.
Whereas Bitcoin, there's less and less every day because people are getting locked out of their wallets. They're forgetting their passcodes. They're getting scammed. People are losing access to their money to never be found again. And that's the real risk with Bitcoin. The real risk losing money with Bitcoin is losing your private keys, getting hacked, getting scammed, getting phished. If you're worried about the market going down, that shouldn't be a concern.
Yeah.
It's going to fluctuate. It just tanked today. It peaked yesterday. Nobody became a good sailor on smooth waters.
Yeah.
The volatility is the price you pay for greatness. So, do you have any specific questions?
I don't know. I want to be sold on it. I don't know anything about Bitcoin. I literally don't. That's not me like trying to play a game here. Like I don't know shit about Bitcoin. I like 3 years ago, I think I bought like $150 worth just for shits and giggles. And it was at like 50 grand a coin then.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm holding on to that. And I've been advised to continue to put into that.
Yeah.
I told my buddy Alex, one that kind of prompted this whole conversation. I was like, I feel like I'm too late. And he's like, no, you're definitely not too late to the game. He's like, maybe when the coin gets to like 500K a coin, maybe at that point you might be too late. But he's like, no, you're not too late right now.
I'd say even at $1 million, you're not too late.
Yeah.
I'd say at $1 million, you're approaching there.
Yeah.
I'd say 1 to 5 million is when the bubble could pop. That's another thing. People say Bitcoin's a bubble that's going to pop. And then they use the examples of tulip buds. Do you know anything about that?
Like the flowers?
Yeah. In the 1960s, there was a tulip bubble out of Amsterdam.
Okay.
And then tulips became overvalued and then the price crashed. And people use that as an example of a bubble popping. But Amsterdam, the Netherlands, is still the number one export of flowers.
Mm.
So the bubble didn't pop. Just one of their items had a peak and fall.
Okay.
So another valid criticism of Bitcoin is that they could want to get everyone onboarded and then tank the market. That's a valid fear.
Okay.
But currently, 4.7 of the world owns Bitcoin. To put that into perspective,
4.7%?
4.7 of the world owns Bitcoin.
That seems like a wildly small amount.
It is the same amount of internet users in 1999.
No shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So to put that into perspective, the housing market crash of 2008, arguably the biggest crash of our generation, 69% of homes were homeowner occupied when that crash occurred. So if Bitcoin were to pop, in a sense, anything similar to the housing market crash, we have to go from 4.7 to 69%.
I see what you're saying.
That's a huge way up before you have to worry.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, saying you don't want to get in now before it goes up a ton for 10 to 20 years, which is the average life expectancy of a currency, I believe. I think around 30 years, 30 to 50 years. Conservatively, 10 to 20 years, I think you're fucking golden.
Yeah.
Saying you're not going to invest now because it's going to fall in decades is like saying, well, why would I have kids? They're just going to die eventually. It's like, it's about the middle part.
Yeah. Why do I want to buy a car when in 20 years the engine's going to fall apart?
Yeah. If that's how you think, you're just missing the part of life. And you have, it's a mindset issue. It's redefining how you think and conceptualize the economy and money. Because if you look into how money works, the US dollar, that's something everyone agrees is valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Until you look into it and it's not. It's losing value by the day. I think we're down 25% in the last 5 years.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure about that number, but it's something crazy like that.
Okay.
I think it's down like 99% in the past 100 years or something. So, I mean, everything is a targeted attack to keep the majority of the population enslaved, continue to work and produce, so the higher ups don't have to work. It's actually very simple. The people at the top don't want to work. They want a vacation. They want to eat. They want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing we all want to do.
Same, yeah.
But the work has to be done. If you want to fly in a private jet, someone's got to build that private jet.
Yeah.
If you want to eat that A1 Wagyu, someone's got to cook that.
Mm-hmm.
So someone has to do it. And what better way? I mean, from an economic standpoint, obviously morale completely excluded, slavery is the best economic model. Obviously it's terrible and we should not do that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, if you have a bunch of slaves doing the work for you,
yeah,
then you get all the money. That's a pretty good business model as far as numbers on a bank account are concerned.
Sure.
So what is more enslavement than paying people for their work with money that isn't real?
Yeah, it's paper.
Yeah. And the only thing that gives things value is us. Value doesn't exist, it's created.
Mm-hmm.
So we agree that the US dollar, that $20 is $20.
20 USD.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
$20 is $20.
But $20 today is not going to be $20 in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you already see grocery prices going up.
Yeah, it's wild.
And
pound of ground beef.
we were hoping when Trump won that grocery prices would be more affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And what really ended up happening was Bitcoin shot up, meaning if you had Bitcoin, you could afford more groceries. So this is a big reason why Trump won the election. And people don't realize this. There's a lot of people hung up on hating on Trump. There's a lot of people hung up on supporting Trump for weird reasons that don't really affect them.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that one of the biggest reasons Trump won the election was because of how pro-Bitcoin he is. He is now one of the biggest holders in Bitcoin in the world. So no matter what you think about Trump, you can agree his top priority is making him and his family money.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of his top priorities. So if he is a major holder of Bitcoin.
Is that a whale? Sorry, we can get.
Yeah, whale's like 1,000 plus Bitcoin.
Okay.
I'm sure he's a whale.
Okay. I've heard that term before and I'm like, what do you mean by a whale? Okay. So 1,000 Bitcoin? Okay.
Yeah. So like you think Trump is going to allow himself and his entire cabinet and family to fail? No. It's like Bitcoin's going up.
Yeah.
It's here to stay. You don't need to understand it. What you need to understand is how to store it and how to hold on to it. Because the way it works is if it goes down and you're down money, pay attention to your life. Like my life is full of like comedy, music, martial arts, hanging out with friends. I got a bunch of stuff going on. So if the market's down, I just focus on my craft. I just pay attention to real life.
Yeah.
And I look at it as more of a futuristic retirement account.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do think you should be completely over leveraged. Like put everything you got in there. But the key is to put it on cold storage. Cold storage is a device that holds your private key. Your private key is a illegible password. And by illegible, I just mean it's like a bunch of letters and numbers that you couldn't possibly imagine unless you're severely autistic.
Yeah, well,
way more than I am.
That's a lot.
And so this device holds your private keys, and it transmutes it into an SHA-256 encrypted key phrase, or a mnemonic. SHA-256 is the encryption that NSA used, which is why people think it was an NSA creation. A mnemonic key phrase is a list of 12 to 24 words, like potato, apple, trampoline, just regular words.
Sauce.
And if you set up there's two devices that I think are the most trustworthy. Trezor.io. And you have to make sure, dude, when you get involved in crypto and Bitcoin, which I separate the two, because there's Bitcoin and there's everything else.
Yeah.
But when you get involved, everything is trying to steal your money. You cannot trust anything online. In person, you don't have to worry about that unless you're like super rich and you're dealing with all these new strangers and you're famous or something. But specifically online, like a phishing email will be, hey, somebody logged into your Coinbase. Click here to confirm. And then you type in some shit, they get access, then they drain your wallet. Happens every day, all the time.
Wild.
You can get SIM swapped. That's when people call, they get your info off the dark web or something. And they call your cell provider. And they say, I am Nick. Can you activate this phone? And then they click forgot password, 2-factor authentication, text message goes to your phone. And then they type that in, they change your password, they drain your account. Mm-hmm. They have some high-level hacks, which I don't even understand, where you can just click update software and then drains your wallet. So all of these things can be avoided if you keep them on cold storage.
Okay.
And any email about Bitcoin or crypto is fake. All of them. Text messages, they're created.
The Coinbase email I got last week, I shouldn't be clicking on anything there?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, there's an exception. If you're withdrawing and it needs to send you a confirmation email, then yes. If it's like right after you did it, but if you're just getting them out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was a complete random email. I didn't even open it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not dealing with that.
If you set up your cold storage device and it gives you, I would recommend a 12-word seed phrase. You study that. You memorize that. I would have it on another location somewhere, on something printed into metal, somewhere fireproof.
Dog tag.
Dog tag.
Yeah.
You know, you can get real creative. You can get real creative where you put a little poem. Mm. You memorize that. You put enough money in there. Eventually, one day, you have $1 million in your mind. Now you're a sovereign entity. Now you're a biological bank. You can go anywhere in the world, open a laptop, load up your money, cash out, start a new life in Botswana. Or I don't know.
Have you been?
No.
Yeah, it's beautiful this time of year.
Have you been?
No, fuck no. I couldn't point on a map where that is.
It's in Africa.
Yeah, well, I thought so.
I was just thinking of that George W. Bush clip where he's like, you remember we took that trip down to Botswana? He just said it funny. I don't know.
Watch me hit this drive.
Like I said, freedom. You can just go anywhere and
you have access to your money.
Yeah. You know, versus you take credit cards, you take your bank account, you swipe, charge declined. You haven't been to this country before. I got to call the bank. And
Yeah. Happened to me a couple weeks ago in Italy. Yeah. I was like, fuck, man, my account's frozen. Yeah. Not great.
yeah, same. I was just in Europe too.
Oh, yeah? What'd you go out there for?
Comedy. I did 30 shows in 10 countries.
No way.
Yeah, I think I was there. Right. Did you go with like Juan and them?
No, I went like a couple weeks after. I went to go do, don't laugh, but I went to go do High Rocks in Italy. I say don't laugh because I found out that High Rocks stands for hybrid rock star. And I can't attach my name to that anymore. Yeah. But Italy was great. First time going to Europe. So yeah, it was a fun time. What cities did you go to?
Oh man. So I did the
10
Fringe
cities?
Festival in Scotland, Edinburgh.
Okay.
Edinburgh was beautiful. And then I did London, Split, Croatia, Berlin, Istanbul, Vienna, Prague, Milan. Yeah, that's it.
Did Vienna wait for you? Like Billy Joel once said. No, that one go. Right, yeah. I'm an old man, so I got old man jokes. So say you're in Vienna and you want to buy a jacket, and how do you is there a way to go about that with Bitcoin?
Yeah, there's a number of companies. So the whole point of Bitcoin is that it's decentralized, meaning each person can have their own money. Like your money in your bank account is not your money right now. It's the bank is holding it. They can shut off your bank account. They can freeze your access to it. They can take money out of your bank account. I had the California Franchise Tax Board take $900 out of my bank account. And then the charge was like, call us. I'm like, you fucking bet your ass I'm going to call you. Hey, what's going on? And they were like, yeah, you made some money back in 2021 and we took that out. I'm like, you guys are the California Franchise Tax Board? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I've been living in Texas this whole time. And they were pretty much like, oh, sorry about that. And they put the money back.
Oh.
So if you live in California, they can just rob you.
Yeah, they can take your account money anytime they want.
I mean, they could do that in Texas too, but I mean, they did. I was in Texas and they did do that. But
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But they wouldn't have any sort of access to crypto, or at least Bitcoin, or how does that work?
They can't access your crypto unless you leave it on an exchange,
Okay.
which is why I'm emphasizing again to put it on cold storage.
Okay.
Because if it's in an exchange, you're basically having your money in a bank and you defeat the purpose of owning crypto.
Okay.
Because crypto isn't just about the gains, it's about the sovereignty.
Sovereignty. Our brewery.
So if you wanted to convert your Bitcoin and spend it abroad, there's a number of companies where you can set up either a digital, I think the easiest would be a digital card, and then you could just tap to pay. You would have to load it to Ethereum or to USDC first. So you'd have to transfer it or swap it, as they say. USDC, USDT, those are two stable coins.
Okay.
And those can be frozen too. But, if you put $1,000 on there and you're just spending for the week, odds are low. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how that works.
You're just using almost like a gift card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Preload it.
Exactly. Or, you could buy citizenship somewhere and then open a new bank account and then have it transferred into there. I think the most popular one in America is BitPay. You just send your Bitcoin there and then swipe it, but you'll still run into the same, it's like Visa or MasterCard. So you're still under those rules.
Yeah.
Although I do think they have debit card options.
EBT? What do you think about other cryptos like Ethereum or Doge or whatever? What are your thoughts on, are they worth it, or is it just a fun little game to play? It's like trading Pokemon cards. What are you thinking on those?
They're kind of like nerdy sports teams. They're a little bit sports teams, They're a little bit religion.
Hmm.
There's faith involved. There's this is my team involved. So Bitcoin's the OG. Bitcoin's the first. Bitcoin's the most expensive. Bitcoin's made the most progress.
The alpha and omega.
Yeah. And Ethereum would probably be second best.
Okay.
But we know who's behind it. And I feel like that takes some of the shine off. Vitalik Buterin
is behind Ethereum.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like super autistic, nerdy, scrawny dude.
But people know who he is. He's a real person.
Yeah.
Unlike the Bitcoin guy.
Yeah. And I think that makes it less cool. I think it's cooler when it's a mystery.
Sure. Yeah. Kaiser Soze. That's why
Exactly.
I'm running my crypto.
And then, I mean, Doge, that's what you'd call a meme coin.
Mm-hmm.
So there's altcoins and there's meme coins, which they're kind of interchangeable, but altcoins are supposed to serve a purpose. They're supposed to be part of like some community. Meme coins are purely a joke. And I don't like them.
I made like $1,000 off Doge.
I'm
I'm out. But like I got in when it was like 4 cents a coin because a friend told me that. And then it got up to like 75 cents a coin. And I was like, sweet. Yeah, I'll turn that like $120 into like $1,200. I was like, I'll cash out now. And now it's like back down to like 19 cents, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a lot of money with meme coins.
Yeah.
But it's gambling.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's what it felt like. It definitely felt like gambling. I was like, well, I could lose this or I could hit a slot machine jackpot. Like, we'll see.
No one has ever held Bitcoin for 4 years and lost money.
That makes sense. Yeah. Like I said, I put a couple $100 in when it was like 50 and now it's what, 120, 119, something like that.
Yeah. It's I think it's down to 106 today.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, to me, a Bitcoin's a guarantee.
Yeah.
And people disagree with that. And to that I say, where's your millions of dollars?
Because I got mine.
But unless it comes to real estate guys, there's a lot of real estate guys that have way more money than me. Like, it's not even funny. And they're like, fuck Bitcoin. And I'm like, hey, if you find something that works, stick with that.
Sure.
But to completely ignore Bitcoin just seems irresponsible. You have the biggest billionaires, the most wealthy people are all getting in on Bitcoin. And then you have your buddy Terry that his biggest asset is a skateboard. And he's like, nah, it's a scam. It's like, well, who realistically should you listen to?
Yeah. Your buddy Terry. Yeah, he's a white belt. Okay. So that's kind of what I've been told is like, think of it like an investment, like just, keep putting money in it, keep putting money in it. It's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. Yeah.
And like I said, it's a mentality shift too, because I am not concerned with materialistic aspects. Like no part of me wants a Lamborghini. If I was gifted a Lamborghini,
Sure.
I would immediately sell it and buy Bitcoin.
Oh, nice.
I might drive it around for like 2 days. And
Take
then
a
I'd be
bunch of
like, girls
pictures.
still don't want to talk to me.
Yeah. I'm still single. It wasn't the car. Turns out.
Yeah, I would sell it and buy Bitcoin. I care about being able to train. I care about being able to make music. I care about creating.
Yeah.
And connecting. That's what I like doing with my life. I don't want, I mean, a mansion would be nice, but like, for comparison, I bought my house. It was the cheapest one I could get without sacrificing on quality.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a newer build. I think I put about $60K down. And if I had held those Bitcoin, I would have about $450,000.
That $60K would be worth $450,000 now?
Well, it would be worth about $650K. And then you factor in the $2,500 I would have had to spend on Airbnbs per month for the last 5 years. And that brings it down to $450.
Gotcha. Damn.
But then also, if I didn't have that house, I wouldn't have built out my music studio, my podcast studio, and elevated my skills on a lot of things. So not everything is numbers on a screen.
Mm-hmm.
But the numbers on a screen are safety and security. It's like a cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of stuff would have to go wrong in my life for me to be fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Could happen, but hopefully it doesn't. Speaking of being like materialistic, I'd never really thought about like owning a boat before, but I was recently on a really nice boat and I was like, all right, that's kind of sick. But still, I agree. Like every time I see, I've always been into like Porsches, but every time I see, because being at Correct and like right next to Kuya and across the street from 10th Planet, you see some pretty cool cars from time to time. The Rolls Royce, a Maybach, like whatever. And I'm always like, man, never in a million years would I want to drive that car. But if I was given it, I would sell it immediately. Like I always think about that. I'm like, if I was given that Maybach, like I would sell that thing right away.
I would be so scared I'm going to scratch it all the time.
Oh yeah, those things are huge. Maybachs are massive. There's a really nice Ferrari parked over there the other day, and I was like, oh, I'd sell that so quick. But I mean, I guess if you just have dumb money, there's one time I saw Rogan driving around in a GTR with the steering wheel on the right-hand side. I'm like, okay, he just has fun money. Like he's just doing side missions.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to have a Lambo, it's just because you're like, whatever. What else am I going to do with this money?
Yeah. Yeah, I've made it at that point. But no, Lambo, not for me.
Yeah, I don't like cars. I feel about cars the way Bitcoin haters feel about Bitcoin. I don't understand how they work. I don't want to get involved.
I don't believe in them because I don't understand them.
I drive a Tesla. I'm like,
yeah.
I love technology, man. I'm like a computer nerd at heart. That's like my origin. I grew up on a laptop.
What'd you go to college for?
Chemistry.
Walter White. We were just talking about Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I ended up dropping out and starting an Amazon store.
Oh, nice.
Well, I got my intro to Bitcoin because I was looking at the chart. I found out about it when it was $45. And then I bought in at $65. It just kept going up every day.
Yeah.
And then I got a Pell Grant for going to college for $4,500. And I put like $1,500 of that into Bitcoin.
Wow.
And then I made 10 grand real quick.
Yeah.
And then I sold it. And I'm 18 with 10 grand. Sick.
Yeah.
And then it kept going up.
It's got life by the balls.
So I bought back in, made another, and then it just became that. Like buying it in, selling it all. If only I had a long-term mentality at that point, I would have a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking of.
You're 18.
I was living in the now. Yeah. I mean, I was still in tune with the long-term effects of the technologies I was interacting with. So I was still actively investing. I was in stocks. I was selling on Amazon with Bitcoin, but I was drinking a lot. That was really my main priority at that point. It's insane that I would manage to like do these things at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, so when people ask like the origin story with Bitcoin, like how I got into it, there was a lot of getting in and getting out, and then I'm done with this. Like I clicked refresh once. I got hacked out of all my money and I'm like, I'm done.
Oh shit.
And then, but it's like a business, man. It's like when your business is going down, you just got to grind harder and work harder. And with Bitcoin, the only work is putting more money in because the network is doing the work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And what's beautiful about Bitcoin is it's backed by energy. It takes electricity to mine the Bitcoin. So money is energy. So Bitcoin is the purest form of money because it cannot be faked. Every Bitcoin had to have been mined by energy.
Yeah.
Whereas fiat dollars, US dollars, are just printed out of a machine with no backing, we got rid of the gold standard in 1970. So there was a point in time where the dollars represented gold. Mm-hmm. That's long gone. So, and that's why we have inflation now.
Yeah. Way more dollars than gold.
Yeah. Deflation is also a risk too. Because there's going to come a point where people realize, why would I start a business when I can just buy Bitcoin? I had this issue recently. I was going to start a little daiquiri bar with my buddy. And I looked over the numbers, and year one, I'd make slightly, I would be going off Michael Saylor's projections of 30% CAGR, calculated annual growth rate. 30% is insanely modest. Bitcoin averages between 55 to 100% per year. So at the minimum, I'd be making a little bit more with this daiquiri company. But then, I'm sending in invoices. I'm doing paperwork. I'm making sure the shipment gets here. I'm looking after employees.
Yeah.
Or I could just do none of that and just do all the creative shit that I want to do for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the money I was going to invest in that and I bought more Bitcoin.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah, especially when you look at it that way. Like when you're saving your personal energy to do the things you want to do and just investing in something that sounds like it is more secure and more lucrative than starting a business, especially like a daiquiri bar, reinvesting into that Bitcoin instead of spending money that you made from Bitcoin on a daiquiri bar. Like I said, that makes sense to me when you break it down like that.
Yeah. And I mean, this is all, obviously nobody knows what's going to happen with the market.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee that it's going to be 30% up, but like, if you just look at history, you look at the history of the US dollar's purchasing price versus the value of Bitcoin, and you just compare those graphs, completely obvious. US dollar tanking, Bitcoin skyrocketing. So what other way would we use to predict the future than by looking at history?
Cool. I've been much more interested in Bitcoin, in crypto in general over the last couple of years, but especially after meeting my friend Alex, the guy that I was speaking about, because he's like so set on, he's like, dude, this is the greatest invention of our time. Like, you're not too late. Like, get into it. Like, start investing. Start like putting your money into that. And I follow it because, like I said, a few years ago I put some in, so I still get notifications like, oh, it's up to this amount, it's up to this amount, it's up to this amount, and like I said, in the 3 to 4 years that I've been so like small, like leastly invested into it, it's like doubled in price. So it's like one of those things I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't like put more into it, because it's just continuing to grow. Especially if you kind of like you're saying, like once it starts to, if it starts to like tank a little bit, cool, pay attention to the shit that's not gonna like make you worry. Pay attention to what's in front of you. Pay attention to the shit you like to do, like you said, grappling, music, whatever the comedy, whatever the case may be. And you're not. And then once you look back into it, like, oh, it's back up again, because it's one of those things that, like I said, I don't know if volatile is the right word, but fluctuating. It's fluctuating constantly, but it seems to be on a continuous path of growth. So it's definitely something that like I want to get more into.
Volatility is definitely the right word.
Volatility. Okay, cool.
But it's very interesting, but because Bitcoin is the true reflection of the market, it can't be faked. Like, it can be manipulated. Manipulation is happening right now. Binance is doing big off sells to lower the price. I'm pretty sure the top like 10 guys in crypto are just in a group chat together and they're like, let's tank the market, everyone sell, then we'll all buy back in. And that, unfortunately, is a big part of the future of Bitcoin that hasn't been for the last 10 or so years.
Mm-hmm.
But you can look at the Bitcoin chart and 24/7, it's moving, it's breathing, it's like a living organism. It's naturally reacting to the energy and the monetary exchanges that flow throughout it. Whereas, the stock market closes after it's like 9 to 5 East Coast time, closes on the weekends, closes on holidays. A lot of it's bullshit. A lot of it is just buying the news or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that's allowed me to survive in Bitcoin for so many years is not talking about it, not reading the news, not listening to anyone's opinion, because nobody knows shit. Bitcoin changes price when it is bought or sold.
Mm-hmm.
When you see Bitcoin fly up, that's like billions of dollars going into it. This is not just a bunch of arbitrary traders that just happen to agree at the same time. Maybe it is, but most likely it's big corporations or big whales, big players. It's just this magical phenomenon because it's perfectly engineered money. It's like how money should be. And just going up against the US dollar, it's any criticism you could have about Bitcoin, you could apply to the US dollar, and it's that much worse. I mean, except for the getting locked out of your account part. That is a serious thing you need to have locked down.
Yeah.
So you don't need to understand how Bitcoin works. You just need to understand how to store it safely and how to send it. There's also another attack where, say you want to send Bitcoin out. It's this long address. It's like 1BCX53,
Massive.
so like, I don't know, 30 characters long, something like that. And you can copy and paste it to send it out. And they'll do something where when you paste it, you will paste an address that they have maliciously deployed. So you need to carefully compare the characters to make sure you're sending it to where you intended.
Interesting. Okay. This is good to know because again, I legitimately don't know much about it, and I was told to ask you because I was told that you are well versed on it. So let's get a little bit into your comedy. How long have you been doing that? What made you want to get into it?
I was always into comedy. I would come home from school. I'd watch stand-up on Comedy Central. They would have like Premium Blend, Comedy Central Presents, all those. And it was just like a bunch of 10, 20-minute spots. And I was really intrigued by the way words could affect the emotions of a room of people. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
Especially laughter. You know, I never really thought it would be fun to go stand on stage and make a bunch of people cry.
Nah.
But maybe one person out of the whole room.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always one. But I started writing jokes when I was 18. And I didn't really know what it was going to turn into. And then by about, I think 22, I was in Thailand. And I was...
The hell were you doing in Thailand?
Just living, man.
Yeah.
I trained Muay Thai a little bit there.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't say I've been training Muay Thai since 22, though. I trained Muay Thai for a month when I was 22, and then I didn't start again until like 27, 26.
Okay.
But yeah, I always wanted to go to Thailand. It looked beautiful, super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And this was after several years. I started my Amazon business at about 18, 19. So 3 years in after buying Bitcoin. So I'm like set in life financially. I'm like financially free at 22.
Wild.
And I'm out here in Thailand. I'm on the end of like a 10-day mushroom bender. And I'm just like, what? Okay, I got the money part figured out. Like, what do I want to do in life? What actually is fulfilling? Getting drunk and talking shit is my favorite thing to do. So that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I moved to LA.
It really makes me happy.
And I was just hammered going up and just bombing for like 2 years. And I was like a super alcoholic at this point. Like I was hammered every day.
Oof.
And I was convinced I could only be funny if I was drunk. So I was like, I'm drinking to make sure I'm funny. And then I would go up and I would not be funny.
I'll just be drunk.
I was like looking at my phone at my notes, which is a bad look. And I don't know, I would just kind of like scream crazy shit. I had some jokes in there somewhere, but a lot of it was just like shock value.
Yeah.
And just seeing the craziest stuff I could say, which it was fun, but it wasn't really comedy. And then after about 2 years of that, I was driving past this open mic in LA, and I'm like, oh man, I want to do that mic, but I'm not drunk. And then I'm like, dude, you got to fucking do it. That's what you moved here for. So I park and go in, I sign up. It's like mostly black people, which is like, if you crush in a black room,
oh yeah,
like a bird in the hand is worth two in a bush is about black people compliments. You get a compliment from a black guy.
Yeah.
You get him to take a lap. Dude, that's the greatest feeling.
Yeah.
So I go in and I have a great set. Probably my best set ever at that point. And then from then on out, I started getting booked on shows. I stopped having to look at my phone. I stopped drinking before I went on stage. And I was out there just bombing for 5 people more for another 4 years. The mics in LA sucked. They forced you to get better. I think it definitely made me a better comic.
Yeah.
Because by the time I moved to Austin, then I started doing well. And I don't know. It's been another problem with being financially comfortable is losing that drive to like, I need to make this happen. It was more like, this is fun. I'm just going to
like Conor
enjoy
McGregor.
doing this.
Yeah. Conor made his hundreds of millions from selling his whiskey and he stopped being a good fighter.
Yeah. I mean,
He lost that hunger. He lost that dog.
yeah. I mean, I'm not that rich, but I need to get it together.
Yeah. You don't have the Lambo yacht.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, a Lambo yacht, I might be down for.
Yeah. Yeah. The emerald
Boats
green.
are cool. I don't like cars. But
Yeah. I
boats
love being on the water. Can't take a car out there though.
Yeah. Comedy's weird, man, because it's like everyone in comedy is just like, oh, I should be getting booked more. And we're all just kind of like spinning our wheels. And I don't know. Now it's at the point where like, if you're not in Mothership, it's like, well, what are you doing? And there's a lot of politics. There's a lot of drama. So I hear. I'm not involved in any of it. I just come in. I'm a popper. I pop in, I pop out. You know, I don't stay anywhere too long. My whole goal in life is experience. My goal is to do everything. I've never really strived to be the best. I think that's kind of overrated. I just want to not suck.
Yeah.
I just want to be in the part of the movement, you know? I want to be a part of it. But and you know, that varies for what I'm doing. I'm more inclined to want to be the best at stand-up than like martial arts. I'm like not good at martial arts. People in comedy think I'm great at it just because I'm like big, but I'm like, dude, like, I mean, I could kick all your guys' asses.
Yeah.
You put me up against a real fighter,
the
like
breaks off you boys.
I'm gonna have a hard time.
Dude, side note real quick. One of my buddies, one of the coaches over at On It yesterday, he randomly, and this probably happens to you like when you're around like MMA buddies, because it would happen to me like when I'm around MMA buddies, but this guy's not an MMA guy, but he like tried to shoot on me. And I was like, man, I haven't done a lot of jujitsu, but I've done enough to where like I'm not going to let you do this to me. And ended up choking him out like in front of all the coaches. It was during the coaches workout. And I get up instantly. I'm like, why'd you make me do that? But it's one of those things I'm like, I'm not good at jujitsu, but like compared to you, I look really fucking good. So thanks for like doing that. But yeah, man, I want to be, like you're saying, like I want to not suck. I want to be good enough to where I'm having fun. And that's like anything I'm doing.
I heard of an interesting study where a bunch of rats were hanging out. And they play wrestle with each other. And the big rat would wrestle with the small rat. And the big rat would have to let the little rat win. Because if he kept beating him up, the little rat would be like, okay, I'm done playing with you. And I think that's very interesting because the point of the game isn't necessarily to win, but to keep playing the game.
To keep playing the game, yeah. That is interesting. It's I mean, I've had buddies. It's like almost like playing with like a nephew or something. Like, do I want to just sit here and just dunk on you all day? Because that's not going to be fun. But like, I like you got to get them intrigued and let them have some wins and let them keep playing. I don't think I've ever been good enough at any martial art to where I'm continuously beating somebody like that. Where I'm like, okay, I'll let you get some wins. Like I'm like, no, you're actually beating my ass right now. But when it comes to striking, because like I said, I've done much more Muay Thai than any sort of grappling. And I can't fuck around there because I'm not trying to get knocked out. I'm not trying to lose teeth. Like when it comes to jujitsu, I can tap if I get in a bad spot or, you know, you get choked out. Obviously, worst case scenario, you like snap an ACL or a bone or something that sucks. But striking, I'm like, no, I'm not going to fuck around. Like if someone's picking up the pace, like I'm not going to let them win around. Like I have to be on my P's and Q's there.
Yeah. And I think my favorite part of martial arts is that, I can implement it in comedy if I need to.
Yeah.
I've had people like, how do you have the confidence to like just go up there? And I'm like, I could beat up everyone in this room.
It's a great point. I noticed that too. Like once I started doing more martial arts, like confidence went up across the board, like in every scenario, workplace, like going out, even like going to Six Flags. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll jump on the roller coaster. That would normally like make me nauseous. But I was like, no, I've stepped in a ring and like that was like the scariest thing I've ever done was stepping in a ring to compete against another person that was trying to kill me. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put myself out there more. especially after like winning my last fight. I felt bulletproof. I was like, yeah, that's when I moved to Texas. I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to go pursue other things. Like, not necessarily quit training Muay Thai by any means. I love Muay Thai. But like, I'm going to try to push to be better and like experience new shit. And again, without martial arts, like I probably wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, for sure. And I would say there's also like an inverse bell curve aspect to it. Because when I first started training, my confidence was way too high before I started training. I mean, I was drunk all the time. So I already thought I was bulletproof.
Yeah.
And then I come in to the gym hungover, trying to fight, getting nothing done, getting my ass kicked every day. And I'm just like, who the fuck am I? Because the last 10 years, I'm just drinking, getting in street fights and stuff. And I'd never gotten my ass kicked.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I was usually rolling with like 10 to 20 friends all the time.
Yeah.
So I was always rolling pretty deep. But like looking back, I'm like, dude, I just got lucky in all of those fights. I feel like I did not know how to fight. I don't know how that happened. So there was an aspect of learning how to fight that lowered my that humbled me.
Yeah.
And I think that was beneficial too, because, you know, being too cocky and stand up is not helpful. If you walk in to a show and you're like, I'm the funniest motherfucker here, I'm about to crush so hard, everyone's going to be like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But if you do that at a fight, it's like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you're the baddest motherfucker. That's what you got to believe.
Yeah, you have to, yeah.
So there's this weird relationship where confidence affects each art inversely.
I've always said this. I'm like, the people that really know how to fight don't really like to fight. Like, you listen to Cowboy Cerrone talk about, like, he's like, you know, before a fight, before he makes a walk, he's like, I'm throwing up, I'm crying, I'm nervous. Like, I hate it. Like, it's the worst feeling. But like, once I'm out there, like, it's freedom. But like, have you ever had like any official competitions?
I mean, I've done a bunch of like smokers, and
smokers very much create that feeling of like, oh fuck, like I'm about to step in the ring with this one guy and we're both going at it. Even though smokers, like I've never done a smoker. I had fights, but I've always been told like smokers are like, yeah, you go like 85%. And it's like, I don't think those guys are going 85%. I think they're going in there like it's a fight, like it's going on your record. Did you have that experience? Like, was it just like a brawl?
Yeah, a number of them. Yeah.
Yeah. How many have you done?
Probably 8.
Yeah, all stand up, like all like
probably like 8 Muay Thai, 2 boxing.
Oh wow.
And then like another maybe 10 jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Have you ever done Naga or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever placed? Have you ever done well in those?
I think I got a gold medal in Naga once, but I won by points, so I don't really count it.
Yeah, that's kissing cousins.
Yeah. And I think there was like one other guy in the division, and I just like held top position longer. And
Nice.
They just gave it to me, and I was like, this is like a participation trophy.
Yeah. That's why my first Muay Thai fight was a tournament in Arizona, and I lost. And so instantly eliminated from the tournament. Huge fucking anticlimactic training camp for me. But they gave me a medal. And I'm like, I threw it away. I was like, I don't want this crap. I was like, I'm not going to keep this medal. I didn't even keep like the jersey that they gave me to like compete in. I was like, I don't want any of this. Like, I lost that fight.
Yeah, my first fight was 6 months in. That was fucking awesome, dude. I didn't realize I could punch that fast. I was just going these body shots, and I was rewatching it and stuff, and I was like, yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. My first fight was awesome. I beat the shit out of the dude for 2 rounds. In Arizona, amateurs had to wear headgear and cloth shin guards. And it was just a huge adrenaline dump. Like, I went out there so amped up. I was trying to kill him with every shot. And then I didn't have a stool in my corner. So like every round I go back and I'm just standing there with like my arms on the ropes. And I come out for the 3rd round and I take my arms off the ropes and I can't pick them up. They just like instantly drop. And I'm like, oh shit. And what was cool about the tournament, they had live scoring for the audience. So the audience could see like what was going on. The fighters and coaches could not. And I was up 2 rounds to nothing on this guy. And I literally could have just danced around for 2 minutes and won the fight. But I didn't know that. I walk out and he trained at a gym called Sett in Arizona, which is like a pretty legit Muay Thai camp. And he comes out in the third round and just throws like a nasty teep that like drained whatever battery I had left. You can visibly see me in the video like drop back and kind of like grab my stomach, and I was like, oh fuck, that's such a bad look. Then probably like 10, 15 seconds after that, he throws like a pretty sloppy head kick that I just couldn't like get my arm up to cover. His toe went through my headgear and cut my ear open. I was supposed to get stitches in my ear, but I went to Topgolf instead. It was a good choice. But he kind of rocks me with that. Throws like 2 punches, and I remember my coach saying like, if you get rocked, if you go down, like take your time getting back up, like take your time to recover. And so I go down to a knee, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, I am exhausted. And I stand back up, and the ref's like, all right, you good? And I messed up by telling the ref that I was exhausted. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just tired. Like I'm spent. And he's like, all right, fight. And guy comes out and he's just like wailing, not landing anything, but I'm standing on the ropes just covering up, like not really returning fire. And the ref like instantly stepped in. He's like, all right, that's enough. And I was like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have told him I was tired. But they also like the rules meeting before, they're like, if we see any of you guys in any sort of danger, like we're going to call it. You guys are amateurs. You have jobs to get back to. You have, wives, whatever. Like this, if you want to go pro and do that. But like, this is an amateur fight. We're going to take care of you guys. And so like in the moment, I wasn't that upset. Like I was so tired. I was like, my arms were throbbing, just like a sick pump from working out. And I was like, get these fucking gloves off me. Like my hands hurt. And probably like 5 minutes after that, I was so disappointed. I was like, I cannot believe the ref stepped in and called that fight.
I've had fights like that where it's sometimes you just want to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I've also had fights where I'm like, I could do this all day.
Yeah. Steve Rogers.
I had this one fight. I was barely breaking a sweat. This one Muay Thai smoker. And I'm parrying his punches. He's not getting shit on me. Got a few light leg kicks. And I just keep landing this jab, and I'm moving, and I felt fine. I felt good. And I'm like kicking this guy's ass easily.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the win.
Oh, no shit.
And then my coach came up to me and was like, you won that fight. I don't know what that was about. I don't know.
Was that here in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your coach?
Andrew Craig.
The one and only?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fucking man.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Andrew is a man. He's my first guest.
He's like the coolest guy I've ever met, honestly.
Yeah, probably. I mean, just like...
He's like who Matthew McConaughey tries to be in movies.
In every movie. The same character is Andrew Craig. Yeah, man. Fun to golf with. Like, Andrew and I, we've gone to New York together, went to St. Louis for a trip together. Like, Andrew's the man. Super funny. Good, well-versed in movie quotes, which I appreciate. I was raised by movies. But just like could beat your ass at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just a lethal black belt, like, yeah, nasty dude, but you would never guess. He looks like Encino Man.
Dude, funny thing about movie quotes, that's something that I had to get rid of in comedy. Because I used to be a big time quoter too, you know?
Yeah.
That's one of the bright sides about the media being forced upon us since childhood and instilling external values. Is that you meet someone later in life and you throw an Anchorman quote and now you're friends.
Yep.
You know? But you throw out an Anchorman quote when you're on stage, joke stealing, hacky. It's not good.
Yeah.
That's a bad look.
Cheap
so
throws.
I had to like forget all those movie quotes.
Damn.
And quit quoting movies.
Never thought about that. Do you know Jesus Josh?
Yeah.
He's always telling me, he's like, Gomez, man, you should go do Kill Tony. Like, go do a minute. Like, just go up there and do a minute. You're hilarious. I'm like, I feel like I'm hilarious when I ad lib. I don't think I could write jokes down and like deliver them well. I feel like I would my timing would be off and it just wouldn't be good because I feel like so much of it's timing and delivery. I can deliver well in the moment because I'm quick on my feet, but like writing shit down, I'm like, I don't think I could do that. I don't know.
I mean, it's only a minute.
You can do anything in a minute, sometimes twice.
Yeah, I've been trying to get back on there. I was on Kill Tony twice, like 6 years ago.
Oh, no shit.
My first time
Before
was
they were
in
out
LA.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say back when they're in LA.
Yeah, I did. I went up in LA and I fucking murdered it. I did
Oh,
great.
yeah?
I did great. Yeah.
Nice. I used to see what's his name, Uncle Laser, around on it all the time. I haven't seen him in a while though.
Yeah, he's on tour. He's a busy guy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he seems like a popular fella. When are you going? You said you're going on tour soon?
Yeah, I'm going with this dude, Jimmy Carrance, who he's just a touring comic that just does his own thing and liked my stuff. We hung out a little bit when he was in Austin. And we're going to be end of January, most of February, just bouncing around. I didn't even look too closely. It's somewhere like Iowa, West Virginia, shit like that.
Interesting.
Like the redneck spots.
Yeah. Why those spots in particular?
I mean, I guess that's his demographic. If you saw,
That's his demographic.
if you saw what he looks like he's like a country guy.
Okay.
But he's also he's been in Australia for the last few years, touring out there.
That's interesting.
And then, I don't know, I got some little things coming up here and there. I'm going to be on Skankfest. Not on it, but I'm doing a thing on it.
What the hell is Skankfest?
I can see how you would have questions without knowing what that is.
Yeah. Lots.
Have you heard of the podcast Legion of Skanks?
No. Sounds great,
Louis
though.
J. Gomez.
No relation.
Whatever. Great comics.
Mm-hmm.
They put together this amazing comedy festival. Anyone you can think of that's active in comedy right now is going to be there.
Oh, no way.
It's the coolest thing ever. If you love comedy like I do, it's like you're just surrounded by your heroes and you're just hanging out with them and it's cool.
Yeah. That's pretty sick. Where's it at?
It's going to be in New Orleans this year.
Oh, wow. That'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
I went to...
When's this going to come out?
probably like 2 weeks.
All right. I'm not
Maybe
going to say my
3.
plan then.
Okay. We'll save it. I can send you the file and you can edit whatever you want. Like take clips if you want. But kind of to speak to that, I went to International Fight Week a couple years back. Was trained. What?
Where?
It was in Vegas. Yeah, UFC International Fight Week in Vegas. I was working with a fighter named Claudia Gadelha, and at the time she was a number 1 ranked contender in the world. She had just fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk twice for the title, and she was a coach on The Ultimate Fighter. And it was kind of like that where I'm like, and since I went with her as like one of her coaches, it was like hanging out with like all the coolest people, like, ripping a pen with Cody Garbrandt, like on the UFC bus. I'm like, man, this is wild. Like, it was just a good time. And then it was funny because we went to Reebok because she was, at the time, the UFC was partnered with Reebok, and Fight Week, all fighters had to wear Reebok. But Claudia was a Reebok athlete. So like year round, she was rocking Reebok. And we go there, and after she's done, like the manager of the store, he's like, all right, Claudia, like go ahead and grab whatever you want, like from the store, like take whatever Reebok stuff you want. And he looks at me, he's like, you too, like grab whatever you want. And me trying to not look like the poor person I am, I grabbed like 2 shirts, a hat, and a pair of shoes. And Claudia grabbed a bunch of Reebok duffel bags and then filled them up with Reebok stuff. And I'm like, man, I really missed out on that. I have dreams about that. So like nightmares where I'm like, going to like grab shit. Yeah, I'm like,
that's
damn
a hell.
Yeah. I was like, I really screwed the pooch on that one. But it was cool, like, because we got to go. I had bought tickets with a buddy to go to the fight that night. The main event ended up being Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero, but it was supposed to be Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko, and the co-main event was supposed to be Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw. Amanda Nunes wasn't going to make weight, so they pulled that fight. I think Cody Garbrandt hurt his back, so that fight pulled. And Cowboy was supposed to fight Robbie Lawler, but got a staph infection because he burned his leg on the tailpipe of his motorcycle. So that fight also got pulled. Ended up being a great card still, but the main event was Whittaker and Romero. But like during like the early prelims, or I'm sorry, rewind that a little bit. I'm sitting at the hotel waiting for Claudia to get ready, and me and my buddy, like said, we bought tickets to go to the fight. And I'm texting her. I'm like, hey, we're just going to go to the fight. Like, we don't want to hold you up. And she's like, well, I'm coming down. Why don't you just ride the UFC bus with us? I was like, oh, fuck, say less. And so we get on there, like Rumble Johnson's on there, Paulo Costa's on there, Cody Garbrandt's on there. And our bus ends up getting stuck. It tries to go under a bridge that was too low. So it like scrapes the top of the bus, and like all the fighters get off, and they had to like bring a new bus. And then so they take us around to the back entrance where all the fighters go in. And my buddy and I are like looking at each other like, this is fucking sick. And they're taking us to the Jack Daniels patio. It's like all you could eat, all you could drink, fighters only. And him and I are like, dude, our seats are nowhere near here. And I'm just telling him, I'm like, dude, just keep walking until they tell us not to. Like, they don't know any different. Like, just keep going. And it was just the coolest experience because I met like so many fighters up there, and I was like, it kind of like you're saying, like, it's like you're surrounded by your heroes. And I got to like eat and drink with them. I was like, this is fucking sweet. But I love fighting, man.
What was your involvement with that? Were you one of the coaches?
Yeah, I was a strength and conditioning coach for Claudia.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my involvement with any fighter I've worked with. Like earlier when you're saying getting a compliment from a crowd of like black guys is like the best thing. I'll never forget John Jones told me I was cool enough to say the N-word. I still don't. Yeah. I'm like, who's gonna tell John no? You know what I'm saying? Like
That's sick as fuck.
yeah, dude.
You should put that on your resume.
It is. That's how I got the job at On It. No, I'm just kidding. But
like
we were
in it.
Yeah. Yeah, in it. But yeah, we were sitting around. Because I was part of 4 camps with John. And we'd always like hang out in his garage and train him. He had built a gym out in his garage. And we're sitting there and, you know, he's playing music and I don't even know what song was playing, but like I'm like rapping along to it. And then N-word comes up and I like pause and then keep going. He's like, Nick, you're cool enough to say it, man. I was like, no shit. Yeah, so I still, I keep that in my back pocket from time to time. Yeah, but that's my involvement with fighting is I do strength and conditioning. And then I got into it, actually like competing and stuff because of that. Like when I first started training Claudia, if you would have asked me like, hey, what's the biggest difference between jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai? I would have had no idea. None at all. Like I knew classic boxing from like watching like old Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier fights. And I wrestled for a semester in high school before I realized it was for dudes that like touching dudes. And I was like, not for me. So I knew very little about martial arts. So one of Claudia's coaches came in, like watch her strength and conditioning session. She's like, well, why don't you come train by the gym? Like you're an athletic dude, like come check it out. And I was like, all right, cool. Like what should I do? He's like, well, we got a Muay Thai class tonight. I was like, no idea what that is, but I'm down. And loved it. Just instantly loved it. Started sticking around for like sparring after I got like decent enough and then like got asked to compete. And that's like how I got started in martial arts.
Yeah, I didn't realize you've been doing Muay Thai for that long. I thought you said you've been rather new to it.
No, I just look like I am. Yeah.
No, you look good.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. No, I've been, training since like 2017. Had my first fight in 2018, second fight in 2019. You know, on Lion Fights, which is at the time was a huge Muay Thai promotion. Like Joe Schilling, Cyborg, like the biggest names in Muay Thai, Kevin Ross, like a lot of big names that fought for Lion Fights. And that was my second fight was, technically I was the first Muay Thai fight in New Mexico history. Yeah, because I opened up the card, so. But yeah, it was a good time. I loved it.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back into Muay Thai. I'm hoping I win this thing tonight and then I can go back. Because if I lose, then I'm going to have to keep training. And I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't like grappling. It's fun, man. The time I enjoyed it most was I did Tim Kennedy's sheepdog response course. And grappling with weapons was like so fun. It reminded me of like trying to keep like the remote away from your brother. Yeah, so I was like, naturally, I was like, I'm good at this. Like, I'm getting these weapons from people. Yeah, it was a good time. But other than that, I've never really enjoyed grappling. I appreciate it. Like, I'm not a person that, unless it's like Marab in a UFC fight and he's just holding people down, I'm like, okay, this is boring. But when you watch like a legit like jiu-jitsu practitioner like setting stuff up in a fight, I'm like, ooh. It's kind of like watching baseball. If you don't know what's going on in baseball, it's the most boring sport. But if you like know what's going on in the sport, like there's something going on every pitch. Like you just got to pay attention. That's jiu-jitsu, that's chess, that's baseball. Like it's boring as fuck if you don't know what's going on. But if you know what's going on, you're like, oh shit, he's got something coming up.
Never considered that about baseball. I was not into sports growing up at all.
Yeah.
Remember my dad took me to a baseball game and I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
This is paint drying. I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah.
I get it, man. Like I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, oh, this is America's pastime. It's beautiful, blah, blah, blah.
I actually liked watching paint dry. I was into painting when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was always into like art and music and stuff.
Lead paint? That explains a lot. Did you grow up under power lines?
No, I was eating that, not using
it. Just huffing it. What kind of painting? Like finger painting?
Listen, man, you might have a few more years of experience, but I'm active and I'm taller than you.
You're a lot bigger than I am. It's true. Do you remember it wasn't the last time I sparred, but like you and I got like an easy round in, like a tech sparring class like that Kyle teaches.
Yeah.
And I remember I landed like a teep on your stomach and you were so sweaty. And I went to step back, my foot just like slid on the mat. I was like, I'm gonna tear my fucking groin kicking you. Yeah.
It's my tactic.
Yeah. Yeah, be so sweaty, it's gross for everybody else. Yeah, it's good. It worked.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I painted like still life and stuff. That was like my first talent, was being able to draw cartoons.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, my first dream was to have my own cartoon. And then that turned into like, well, I have to write comedy for the cartoon and then the writing comedy. And then I think stand-up's just so fucking easy.
Yeah?
It's just, for me at least.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people try and can't do it. But
I can't do it.
I think in jokes.
Yeah.
So I can just kind of live my life and talk about it. And it's
My life's a joke.
already written. Yeah.
Yeah. I just talk about what happens on the daily and people laugh. Yeah, man, I see some people like getting on. I love comedy. I love like laughing. I love making people laugh. I love funny movies, but I don't really like pay attention. Like I don't in the sense of like, I don't know who's like the best comic out there right now. I don't go to any shows for whatever reason. The only comic show I've ever been to was the first big one back in Vegas after COVID. And it was Tom Segura, Joe Rogan, and Dave Chappelle. And like, who wouldn't go to that just because of the names alone? But other than that, like, I've never been to Comedy Mothership. Like, I've never been to any shows. That's not true. I went and saw Jeremy Piven here because I trained him. But other than that, like I said, I don't really know. But my brother is really big into like Kill Tony. So he was like, after he saw that I had Mike Gonzalez, the drummer, on, he's like, oh, dude, you got to watch some show, like episodes of Kill Tony. I was like, all right, cool, I'll check it out. And man, there are some people that are really bad, like really bad. And I'm like, what makes you think you can do this? But I guess if you just have that like confidence, right? I don't know. Like, were you like atrocious when you first started, or were you like just drunk?
No, my first set ever was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always had it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm coming full circle because, like I said, the first few years was just shock value. And then I spent a lot of time actually working on crafting jokes and prioritize making the audience laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because for a big time, I didn't care. I was like, I don't care if they laugh. I want to say what I got to say.
Yeah, because you weren't trying to make a career out of it. Like, you made your money already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, when people are like, well, what happens if you bomb? And I'm like, if I bomb, that I had a lot of fun. Because I said some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
but then it comes back. I'm in like year 9 of doing comedy now.
Wow.
And now I'm back to like, I'm just going to say fucked up shit.
I'm going back to my roots.
But I have like the habitual joke writing structure and stuff. So it's a more polished version of what I was initially doing.
Yeah, so it's just off the wall for the sake of being off the wall.
Yeah. Like I thought of this joke. This is my favorite joke right now. That I think black people actually love the sound of smoke detectors because it sounds like sneakers on a basketball court. Like it's the same squeak.
Yeah.
I think that's genius.
I think that's genius. And it's like, I don't know. Shock value can be looked down upon to some people in comedy. I love it. Yeah.
I don't think that's shock value though. But I bet there's some people that would think it is.
If they don't see like the depth of it.
Everyone has their own thoughts, but
unfortunately.
If some guy went up on stage and was just like, imagine if I fucked a goat right now, I would probably laugh. And then if you ask me why that's funny, I'd be like, that guy sucks. I don't know why I laugh. That's not funny. But like just outrageous stuff cracks me up.
Yeah, and then like when you think about it later, you're like, that wasn't that funny.
While I'm laughing, I'm upset that I'm laughing.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself for laughing at this. That's funny. Yeah, man. Like I said, I've never really been to any shows, like just the two. And
we have a lot of good shows in Austin, man. There's a lot of really good comics here. And Kill Tony's not a good representation of it because it's not really stand-up. 1 minute is not enough time to do jokes. Kill Tony is Kill Tony. And I think it's great. And it's helped out a lot of people that I know and done wonders for Austin.
Yeah.
But you have a large portion of those people that have never done comedy before or are very new to it, and they go up and they're like, this is my first time. And then I remember a few years back, people were like, whoa, good job. You're putting yourself out there. Now it's like, dude, why? Why are you doing this?
Why?
We don't enjoy it. You don't enjoy it. The panel doesn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like most people suck at in whatever industry. There's always going to be a 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Like your odds of becoming a Fortune 500 CEO are about the same as your odds becoming a UFC champion, about the same odds as becoming a high-level comedian, about the same odds as winning the lottery.
Yeah.
So it's kind of no matter what path you choose in life, it's very slim odds that you get to the top, which is why I like to diversify. And I like to split up my hand. And now I'm in 5 things at once. And that relates to the zip thing I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
So
what an odd video, first of all. Like, I watched all 21 minutes of that video you sent me, and it's so it's
let me explain it for the people at home.
Yeah. Go into it.
So Zipf's law, ZIPF, basically states the number one most used word in the English language is the. The second most used word is. And the second most used word is used 1/2 as many times as the first most used word. The third most used word is used 1/3 as much as the first. So there is a exponential graph to the order of words in the English language across all forms of literature. And it's not just the English language. All languages.
Yeah.
And it goes even further than that. When you look at the Pareto distribution, the 20 to 80 principle, 20% of the carpet gets 80% of the foot traffic. You know, these are just universal laws of nature that I think when you become aware of, you can use them to your advantage.
Oh, really? In what sense?
Well, like I was saying, if I just pick multiple things to try to excel at instead of just putting it all in on one, which is the complete opposite advice I hear from most people.
Sure.
Most people say zero in on one thing, no plan B.
Yeah.
And I mean, it depends how you want to live, I guess.
Yeah.
Splitting it up's always worked for me. But yeah, what do you want to say about that video? I sent you a video explaining that.
Yeah, and it goes into depth, and it's like you said, it's so much more than just the English language. Like it's every language, it's every book. Like it's one of those things where like it really makes me think that we're living in a matrix, because it's like perfect math. And it's one of those things I'm like, it's like one of those things where it's so complex and I'm like, I can't even care about this, because what's me caring about it going to do? I just have to be like, well, fuck, okay, we're in a simulation. When I die, I guess I'll get the answers to everything else. Like, because it's one like the way it is broken down, it's like a perfect graph every time, every language, every word. The fact that like the third most is 1/3, the fifth is 1/5, like it is perfect math for like the words that are used in every language. And again, if you're watching this, all three of you, like look up this video about the Ziff mystery was the title of the video.
By Vsauce.
By Vsauce, yeah, and they're using the word sauce. It's used, 500, it's like 1 over like 5, whatever it was, like the 5,555th most used word. But again, it's one of those things I was like, yeah, this isn't like, this is not a coincidence. Like it's a fucking matrix.
Yeah, it kind of leads me to believe that destiny is real.
Yeah.
Free will has confines. Like a tree has the freedom to grow in whatever shape and direction it wants, but it will still be that tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to grow up to be a pineapple.
No. It could be a pineapple tree. Wait. Yeah. Do pineapple grow on trees?
Who lives in a pineapple under the tree?
Under the ocean? SpongeBob? SquarePants?
And I think this is where comedy ties into the universe too. Because no matter how hard you try, you will never be an octopus. But you could dress like an octopus.
Yeah.
And that's funny.
And that's fun. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, might be chicken. I you know what? Oddly enough, I think that's a good place to call it. Going over the Ziff's law. Wild, like, just again, such a crazy thing to like think about. But it was fun to have you on. It was good to hear all the Bitcoin stuff. I was very intrigued about that. Good to hear. Like, we didn't really get into your music. What kind of like? Yeah, let's spend a couple minutes on that real quick.
So Brody Lowballer on Spotify.
Brody Lowballer, that's your stage name?
Yeah.
Mine's Oscar Brickhammer. Different stage though. Totally different stage.
You're a porn star?
Yep. Once upon a time.
I started out, I'm a big hip hop guy.
Mhm.
I love hip hop. I'm aware that it's a psyop, and but I love the way it sounds.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to the same handful of artists for 20 years.
Mhm.
And I've had people reference a song to me like, oh, you know that line? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they tell me what song, and I'm like, that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
So I kind of realized I don't know the lyrics to any music.
Yeah.
I like the beat. So I think my inspiration, I always wanted to be a rapper I always wanted to be a bunch of things. I always wanted to do everything. Life's a
Yeah.
video game. I just want to
Savant.
do all these side quests.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to start rapping, and I'm just going to say such ridiculous shit you cannot help but listen to the lyrics. Because I'm thinking how easy it was for me to not hear all these lyrics for all these
Right.
years. So it was my mission to make these lyrics unforgettable.
Yeah.
So I dropped like 4 rap albums. And then I started making the background music for Street Gonzo. My buddy Gary Faust.
Okay.
He does like documentary style, in-person interview stuff. So, and that took a bit of a turn because I started actually making those songs on guitar and bass. And
No shit.
I'd play the drum and I'd produce
So
the
you can
whole.
play some instruments?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing drums since I was like 12. I started playing guitar at like 15.
Damn.
I'm decent.
Yeah.
I'm
You really
decent.
are
I can
autistic.
I can put songs together pretty quick. So it'll take me like 10 to 20 minutes to like make a full song for Street Gonzo.
Oh, wow.
I'll just he'll tell me, he'll just be like, I need a song about Karl Malone for this ICE protest. And I'll just be like, okay, got it.
Say less.
And then I got this song called like, I'm rhyming Karl Malone with Water Malone.
Watermelon.
Yeah. It's fun, man. I love music because it's the most fun I can have by myself. Stand up is kind of toxic in the.
Is it though?
Yeah, I don't really jerk off anymore. I think
Too old for that.
I think it's weird. I never feel good after.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
But when I'm making music, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I have the beat playing. I'm like freestyling. That's how I write. I just freestyle. And then I'll say something that cracks me up. And then I'll like laugh. And then I'll like scream like, fuck yeah. 'Cause I live in a house. No one can hear me.
Yeah.
And then I'll write that down. And then that's the process.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's kind of musical masturbation. I'm just like jerking my ears off.
Oh, nice.
And it's
Tell me more.
keep going. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
And because conversely with stand-up's like toxic. The whole purpose of stand-up is to make a group of strangers like you.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I try not to bear too much weight on that. And I try to make sure I'm pouring energy into the things that I don't need an audience for as well.
Okay. I like that.
Like, yes, the end goal is for people to hear my music, but I do it because it's fun. I
Yeah.
like doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not trying to make a hit album.
Yeah. I mean,
I am. Yeah. Well, you are. But
but through the process of me liking it.
yeah.
And it's cool, man. There was a phase where people would come up to me on the streets and like be rapping my songs to me.
Oh, no way.
I had a song called I Got a Knife, and they would come up to me saying, I got a knife. And I'd be like, please stop doing that.
Please stop. Do you?
Like, I realize this is my fault, but
Yeah. I brought this.
that's
upon
not
myself.
what you come up to me saying.
Yeah, say hi. Yeah, maybe introduce yourself. What's funny is like I was kind of the opposite. Growing up listening to albums, like I could listen to like all of, I don't know, Aquemini from Outkast and rap along to all of it. I don't know the name of a single fucking song on there because I'd just put on the CD and I'd be playing video games, like playing, Cool Borders, snowboarding game or whatever, and I just have the album playing in the background. So again, I know all the words and like the beats and everything like that, but like I couldn't tell you the name of the song. I couldn't tell you the name of my favorite Outkast song because I didn't look. I would just listen to it and I'd just be doing other things, and I loved it. Love like old school Outkast. I really like Run the Jewels, but I'd say Outkast is like my favorite like group or duo for sure.
Have you heard my song Run the Jews?
No.
You should listen to that after. We
Yeah.
can't get into it. You're on YouTube. You're going to get demonetized.
Yeah. I can't end my career before it starts. But yeah, I'll have. Yeah.
I already have. So.
Yeah. But you've done it already. Yeah. All right,
I don't
man.
want no part of this shit.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah, you've seen Fight Club, yeah?
Yeah.
When they're at the very beginning, they're fighting in the bar called Lou's Tavern, and then the guy comes downstairs and he's like, "What the hell's going on here?" And Brad Pitt turns and he's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "You see the sign on the out front? It says Lou's Tavern. I'm fucking Lou. Who are you?" And then he like starts beating the shit out of Brad Pitt, and then Brad Pitt like turns around and starts like bleeding all over his face. He's like, "You don't know where I've been, Lou." That's what that moment reminded me. He's like, "You don't know where I've been. Like I've been there." Yeah, don't ruin my career, please.
All right. I'll send it to you for the ride home.
Yeah. Is it on Apple?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah, I'll put it on while I'm cruising home. Cool, man. You got anything else to add?
Follow me on Instagram, Eli Halpern 1.
Eli Halpern 1.
Yeah.
All one word, no underscores, nothing.
No.
All right, cool. We got YouTube, we got podcasts.
YouTube is Octavius Thunder.
Mm.
Podcast is called Casburgers, which is podcast mixed with Asperger's.
Casburgers.
Yeah, I got a ton of other shit, but if you go to Eli Halpern 1 on Instagram, it's all in my bio.
Yeah. Very nice, man. Well, again, I appreciate you coming out here, man. It's awesome to get you in here, hear about the Bitcoin stuff, have some good laughs, hear about the music as well. So good time, man. We'll have to run it back.
Hell yeah. Hope I orange pilled you.
Orange peeled me for sure, man. Consider me peeled.
Pilled, not peeled.
Oh, orange peel.
It's a pill.
Oh, gotcha. That makes way more sense. I was like, yeah, peel that orange back, man. Let me hear more about that. And then we got into peeling bananas. It was a weird conversation, man. But hell yeah, definitely more intrigued with that, and going to take that a little more serious when it comes to getting some Bitcoin and investing in crypto.
Oh, I would like to add about Bitcoin. People want to know when and how much they should put in. I would say dollar cost average is when you put in a little bit every day. That can offset some of the volatility. And don't try to time the market. If it does dip and you're lucky enough to have money when it dips, cool, buy in then. But otherwise, I would say just when you have money, I would put it in.
Yeah. It's kind of what I've been told. Like, treat it like a savings account. Like, put in 10% of your check or whatever. You know what I mean? And it kind of opened my eyes to like how important it is to be doing that. Because again, then the little amount that I've actually paid attention to it has grown a lot. So it's like, why not continue to pay more attention to that and get more invested in it?
It's the only hedge against inflation.
Good to know. All right, man. Well, again, good place to call it. I appreciate you coming out here. Would love to run it back, especially after you come back from being on tour for a little while. I'm sure you'll have some good stories for us. Eli Halpern 1. All right, cool. You guys heard that? Eli Halpern 1. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, this is the Lion's Pit Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Gomez. My guest, Eli Halpern. Shout out to Correct Fitness. That is correct with a K. This is Aubrey Marcus's new supplement. Go to correctlife.com. The supplements for energy and focus. They also have electrolytes and ketones as well. That's a newer supplement. And then shout out to Sett. That is getset.co, the new nicotine alternative pouches. Great for locking in, using for golf courses. I got one in now. Throw it in before I do a podcast, before I do a workout. Absolutely love them. Don't forget to check us out next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in.